You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land, and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a rainy day here in Georgia. Yes, it is. 41 degrees, only going up to 44, and it's going to rain 100% pretty much all day. Not excited about that because y'all know how I feel about being in the rain. Don't like it at all. Won't complain, just don't like it. Well, happy Monday. Hope all the lovers and ones that want to be a lover had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I did. My Valentine's Day was pretty simple, y'all. We couldn't decide where we wanted to go. When we made a decision, so we had two choices, right, that we kind of came up with at the last minute. My daughter went to this really, really nice restaurant called Nuna. I'm going to post pictures on the website because the food looked delicious. Nuna. She went to that place on Saturday night. And I was like, okay, we'll go there tomorrow. Well, guess what? You needed the reservations. And, of course, there were none. So scratch off Nuna. Then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go see Wonder Woman. Because I've been trying to see Wonder Woman since it came out in December. But then, of course, we had the whole COVID, thing that happened to my family. So I didn't get to go see Wonder Woman. So, okay, we'll go see Wonder Woman. Well, Wonder Woman only had a showing at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I was not trying to go back out this house. So that was it. So we decided to go bowling and dinner. Which, we bowl. So bowling is always good. But let me tell y'all something. I felt like Thursday night when I went to bed last night. I think I cut the TV off at 9:30. This is how tired I was. I watched a show called The Food That Built America. Right? And yesterday was a new episode. It came on at 9 o'clock. I'm telling y'all, I couldn't even tell y'all what happened. I was so exhausted. You would think that I had been bowling like for hours and hours. I was so exhausted till I just crashed. And I know it had to be somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, which is very rare for me to go to sleep that early. And when I woke up this morning, it was about 6. So I was tired. But anyway, I had a good time. So Georgetta's here with me today to give us the word of the week. And today is National Gumdrop Day. And it's also President's Day. So some of you are off work today. My husband was off today. That's why I'm late, because we were talking about the future, and it's so funny because we have such good conversations about the future sometimes we don't, because we don't agree on stuff, but today we did. We got some things that we're going to get planned. We got planned for the future, and I'm looking forward to I'm just looking forward to a new everything, So he and I was talking, so I fell a little bit behind time, but that's okay. I was only 1 minute late, so forgive me. I hope I can be forgiven. He's off today because it's President's Day, which is nice because he worked 7 straight last week, so he deserved a day off. He should be off tomorrow too, but they're trying to get a medication out, so he and his crew had to work and make it happen. So hey, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology for today. Oh, I got to give a happy birthday shout out to my Uncle Tommy. I forgot. Yesterday was his birthday. No. Saturday was his birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Tommy. That's my mom's oldest brother. He turned 81 years old yesterday, y'all. He's in great, it's so funny because he's her oldest brother. He's the oldest of 8, and he's never smoked. He never drank. He's 81 years old. He still don't smoke and still don't drink. He played golf. He played basketball. And that's what he did. So, and I'm sorry if y'all hear me chewing, but I just ate an almond that my granddaughter left on my desk. So, it kind of looked at right. It kind of looked at me, and I was like, I'm going to eat it, not thinking I'm on the air live. So, why am I eating an almond live? But anyway, happy birthday, Uncle Tommy. And I wish you many more. All right, let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology and Michael Dyson for today. Monday, February the 15th. All right, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Set aside any decisions regarding your personal life today. You may need a good friend to lean on. Your pilgrimage may end up being fruitless. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing like taking a journey that's fruitless, isn't it? It just make you mad. You like, why the freak did I choose this one? I know. I've been down that fruitless path many a times, Aries. Trust me, if you even have an inkling that it's going to be fruitless, turn around and go back in the other direction or just change direction altogether. Trust me, you don't want to go down them fruitless paths. That's a long journey for nothing. I'm just saying. Taurus, use your intellectual approach to get the best results. You should not be concerned with coworkers who insist on spreading rumors. You may want to make drastic changes concerning your personal partner. Ooh, Taurus, drastic?
Oh boy.
It was just Valentine's Day. Is that what caused you to make the drastic changes?
Maybe that's why.
Right? Ooh, drastic. I ain't got nothing to say about that. You handle that. You handle your business. Email me. Let me know what happened. Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com. I feel like I should say hee-haw. And I felt like that should have followed that. Good morning, Gwinnett. Because you ever seen the farmersonly.com commercial?
Yes.
Yeah. If y'all have never seen that commercial, somebody asked me, I think it was my friend Rosa. I said, girl, listen, they got a dating service just for farmers. She's like, what you mean? I said, it's called Farmers Only. And Farmers Only y'all getting a shout out for me today. Because I like the commercial. You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Yeehaw.
Hee-haw.
Sorry. Couldn't help it.
I know, right? So I was like, yeah, they got a dating service because she doesn't see that in Jersey. I mean, they got farms up there, but it's like we down south. And so she came down. I said, girl, they got a dating service just for farmers. It's called Farmers Only. She's like, really? I said, yeah. And I remember seeing that commercial, and I think in my past life I lived on a farm. I really do. I had horses. I was around some horses. And one day I'm gonna do some regression therapy so they can tell me who I was, because I knew I was somebody. I might have been a farmer. Gemini.
You might have been a farmer.
I might have been a farmer, girl. I don't know. I probably was plenty other folks, but I definitely was a farmer. Maybe I was a slave. You think? Wait a minute now. Hold on.
Probably.
Nah,
Taking care of somebody's horses.
No, I don't think I was a slave. I think I was rich. I think I was a rich white lady with a horse and a White House. Anyway, Gemini, don't say things that could be damaging later on. Cut loose. Plan a nice evening for two. Your knowledge and good sense will help more than you think. Yes, your knowledge and good sense is going to help out more than you think. Give yourself some credit and know that what you have to say matters, and it's going to actually help somebody more than you think. And they probably need to hear it anyway. In the meantime, if you miss Valentine's Day, Gemini, plan a nice evening for two to redeem yourself. Because I'm sure you're going to need some redemption if you miss Valentine's Day. Unless the person just really don't care about that stuff. You know what's crazy? I know people like, I don't care about that. Everybody care. Even me. I say that to them. It ain't really that big of a deal. But let my husband step up and don't have me nothing. Even if it's just a card. I be like, you ain't give me nothing? You ain't give me nothing for Valentine's Day? Like nothing? Like not even like some Skittles? Like nothing. Oh, God. Cancer. Find a way to consolidate. Don't allow your personal problems to interfere with your professionalism. Travel could be in order. Find a way to consolidate. I don't know what that means. To consolidate your bills, consolidate your shoes, consolidate your clothes. I don't know. Consolidate. Consolidate your work. Let me tell y'all something. I got to tell y'all this. So, after my mom passed away, I'm laying in the bed because I had nothing but time on my hands to think because I was still kind of sick. And I just had to start thinking about my life, right? And I think about my life all the time, but I think I thought about it even more. And what kept ringing in my head, because I'm horrible, y'all. I keep telling y'all I'm a workaholic. I kept hearing her say, it's a holiday, you gonna work? I work on all days. And in my mind, I kept hearing her say that because she said that all the time because I worked all the time. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I would come down here, I would do the show, I would talk to y'all, and she said that all the time. It's a holiday, you gonna work? Said it on Thanksgiving. And I said, yeah, I'm only gonna be like for a little while though. But everybody know when I come to my office, it's not a little while. It's like hours, right? Even my uncle right now, like my uncle that lives with me, he's like, I was looking for you yesterday and I realized, oh my God, I've been down in the office for hours. Nobody's seen me. He didn't even know I was home. But I had time to think about the things that fuel my soul and make me happy. And when I tell y'all, I dumped pretty much everything except for this show. I did. And I felt so liberated. It's the craziest thing, y'all. I felt truly liberated. It felt so nice. So I say all that to say, Cancer, consolidate. You're going to feel better. I'm telling you now, you're going to feel a lot better. I felt liberated. I felt so light. It's the craziest. And here's the thing. Nobody imposed all the crap on me. I did it myself. I did it to myself. I put all that stress and strain on me. I did it to myself. And I realized the only thing I got right now is my health. So I need to take care of myself. And so I'm going to dump all the stuff that really means nothing to me. Like, for real. And I was like, but what's crazy is, Georgette, because I'm such a workaholic, I'm like, okay, now, what am I supposed to do?
I know.
What am I supposed to do now? Because I done dumped everything. I ain't got to recently search 29 other things. What am I supposed to do now?
I know. Exactly.
Whew. Anyway.
You don't have like you have a list of stuff you got to check off.
Right. Because my list Georgette knows my list used to be huge. Georgette be like, girl, nah. My list, I be like, gee, I got 29 things on my list. And I'm talking about this was real stuff, y'all. I got 29 things on my to-do list. And I would look at the list.
And then I feel like a slacker, just so you know. I feel like a slacker then.
Listen, she been living free. Listen, let me tell you something. Georgette been living free and liberated a long time. She don't care what nobody says. She's like, I ain't doing all that. Me, on the other hand, it's like, I gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. Even with Good Morning Gwinnett, y'all, don't get it twisted. I always got something cooking.
That's right. You got something cooking. Trust me.
But it's all wrapped around Good Morning Gwinnett. So it's just so you know. Now, it's not business ventures. It's marketing tactics that I'm doing. And I'll share all of them with you very soon. But right now, just know I cleared my plate of everything else. But Good Morning Gwinnett, there's always something going on. So I got something cooking up right now, that I'll be talking about. Leo. Because I just can't help myself. I'm just, I can't. But this feeds my soul. Okay. So it's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
That's right. It's all good.
Yeah. Leo. Relationships haven't been the best for you lately, and it's left you somewhat gun shy. Be considerate and avoid being overly opinionated, or arguments will ensue. Changes at home will be necessary. Listen, keep your opinions to yourself. You don't want to be overly opinionated and then cause these arguments that you gotta live with later. Just don't. It's Valentine's Day was just yesterday. Keep the love going in the air. Just keep it going. Keep the love going. That's that sleep I got. Y'all hear me? That's that rest. Virgo. Residential moves look hectic and sudden changes in your life are likely. Secret affairs will eventually backfire on you. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Now, here's the thing. Listen to this. Virgo, secret affairs will backfire on you. They should have said this part first. They should have said, don't let the cat out of the bag. Right. They should have reversed it, because here's the problem. You're going to let the cat out the bag, and you're going to tell somebody about that secret you shouldn't be having, and it's going to backfire you. So, Michael should have he should reverse the stars on that one. Don't let the cat out of the bag, or secret affairs will eventually backfire on you. If it's a secret, Virgo, maybe you shouldn't be doing it, sugar. Maybe you just shouldn't be doing it. Cat gonna get out the bag. Everybody gonna know. Ooh. All right. That's all I got to say on that one. Going to a song. I'll be right back. Messy. I'll be right back at this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Know the Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies. And we're going to pick it up like we always do, and that is with Libra. Romantic opportunities are evident if you're involved in large groups or organizations. Get together with friends and do something entertaining, but not too expensive. You can meet potential new mates if you socialize with friends. All right. Get together with friends and do something entertaining, but not too expensive. Let's go to a movie or bowling. Listen, we went bowling. Let me tell y'all something crazy. So when we decided we were going to go bowling, I said to my husband, well, everything else is kind of booked up. Maybe I need to make a reservation for bowling, right? So I was like, I'm going to make a reservation for bowling. So they had and what stopped me from making a reservation is because I know we normally bowl about an hour and a half. So I go to make the reservation. I put in all the information and the bill comes up to $48. I'm like, $48, but here's the problem. The problem with that was it was 45 minutes of bowling. And I was like, 45 minutes for $48? I thought that was crazy. So I was like, I'm not making a reservation. So when we get to the bowling alley, it was not booked, right? We only had to wait we waited about 7 minutes, maybe 10 tops. That was it for a lane. Georgia, we bowled on the other side, the side with the big TVs. We bowled on that side, so we had our own little private space. $19.02.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's all.
I saved almost $30.
Yeah.
Right?
You mean from online to actually inside?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Online, it was $40 and some change to reserve the lane. And I was like, but it only gave us 45 minutes. And I know we normally bowl like 3 games. I'm like, well, that may take us like an hour and a half. So we got 45 minutes for $48. I was like, that's crazy.
Wow.
And so you're going there to enjoy, so you don't want to rush. And then when your time run out on the lane, you got to go. And I was like, no, we just gonna go in there and see if a lane is available. And here's the thing I like about where we go is because where we go, if we couldn't bowl, there's a ton of games, and I'm a gamer. Like, I like playing games, so I would have definitely played like Centipede or something, or Pac-Man or something. So, but when we got there, the side that we bowled on Thursdays was filled up. The other side, and here's the crazy part, the other side had open lanes. It was only $1 difference. So the side we bowled on Thursdays is $1.99 a game per game. It was gonna cost us $16 per person. Before it was crazy. $16 per person, right? And then a $15 registration fee and taxes. I was like, that's nuts. Yeah. So we bowled on the other side, which was very nice. It was, the big screens and everything. We paid $19.02. I was like, that is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. But anyway,
that's interesting.
Go bowling. If you want to do something, Libra, that's not too expensive, check out a movie or bowling. Now, movie can be a little bit expensive, especially if you're eating, but bowling can too. But we knew we were going out to dinner, so we didn't eat at bowling. And even if we had ate at bowling, it would have been another $15. We still wouldn't have got to the $48. Like, that $48 didn't even include food. Like, I thought that was crazy. All right, Scorpio. You might be overly emotional concerning situations at work. Make alternate plans just in case you need to make a career shift. You could easily lose your temper at work. Don't push your opinions on others. Listen, at work is not a place to be losing your temper. Now, I know that because I have done it at work before. And got in a lot of trouble. I was a horrible employee. I wasn't. I was a good employee as far as doing my work. I just didn't like to follow the rules. Like, I would do my work. I would do it quick, too, so I could break all the other rules. How bad is that? I was bad. That's when I was young and immature. I ain't know no better. I was hot-headed. I was hot-headed, y'all. I was a hot-headed one. Between my brother and I was the hot-headed one. Can you tell? If you met him, you probably could, because he's the one that's he's politically correct, and he's, I'm not that person. I'm not with like 90 Day. Sagittarius. Now, everybody says I'm like my dad. Everybody that knows me, like, knew my dad. Oh my God, you're just like your father. They said my brother looks like my dad, but I'm just like my dad. And my brother is just like my mom. Sagittarius. Now's the time to concentrate on building a strong financial future for your family. Concern yourself with legal matters and formulating contracts rather than finalizing your objectives. Your creative input will be appreciated by your boss. Listen, you got some creative input today, Sag. Put it out there. Put it out there. Show your skills, because you never know. He may be looking for something you offer, and that may be a promotion involved. I'm saying that. The stars didn't say that. I'm just saying, give your creative input. It's going to be appreciated, and it's probably going to be noticed. I'm just saying. Something told me to tell you that. I don't know what it was. I feel like a pastor. Somebody need to hear that today. Capricorn, this is what happens when I get a good night's rest.
I see.
Yeah, that's what happens. All my, what is it? What is the stuff? Dopamine is in my body. I feel great. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dopamine up, y'all. By the way, dopamine is a naturally occurring hormone. I didn't take dopamine. It's in my body already. I slept well, and I went to sleep with meditation music, and I woke up and I meditated this morning, and I got to go journal later, and I slept well. So that's what happened. Capricorn, relatives will be happy that you dropped by. Get out and have some fun. Romance can surface if you get into some of those fitness programs you've been putting off. Woo, I know that's the truth. I'm talking about the fitness programs because I've definitely been putting them off. I go and I do a little exercise in my bedroom, but I need a full-blown fitness program. Like something that I need to, but it has to be fun. That's the problem with me and fitness programs. Like if it's not fun, I ain't going to do it. I waste plenty of money at all kinds of gyms that I don't go to because it's not fun. Yeah. Aquarius, try to calm down and listen to your partner's complaints. Compromise may be necessary. Don't let others restrict you from saying how you feel about family issues. You will be your usual charming self, and the partners you attract may be adventurous. All right, now, be your usual and charming self, and you're going to attract somebody that's adventurous. Yes. Let me tell you, I was watching Naked and Afraid yesterday, right? I think this is one of the best. It was Naked and Afraid couples because it was Valentine's Day. And I was like, they got couples that went on here. So there was this one couple. They were a really cute couple. And both of them had military background. And he really wanted to do Naked and Afraid. But she didn't want to do Naked and Afraid. But she did it anyway. She said he talked me into it. I hate bugs. I don't want to do Naked and Afraid.
No.
Because she hate bugs. Now, if you've ever seen Naked and Afraid, you got to know that you're going to be bombarded with bugs all everywhere. Ooh, goodness. All in your hoo-ha everywhere. Oh, my God. It made me itch thinking about it. So the first day they were there, first of all, they had to walk through the jungle with no shoes on. So that's a problem. I just would have been a hot mess. And she was already hot and itchy because the bugs had already started attacking her. And he said something that I thought was so freaking sweet. He says, I let her vent, right? Because she was upset because she was, she probably thinking, why did I come out here? Why did I let him talk me into this? He said he always let her vent and then he built her back up. I was like, that. I said to my husband, I was like, that is so nice. So he let her get it all off her chest, and then he built her back up. And she said it. She's like, he always just, know the right things to say, know the right things to do. Because she was mad. She was like, I know she was thinking them bugs was biting her. It was hot. They ain't had nowhere to sit down. They ain't had no drinking water. Like and they had to walk through the jungle. Oh, she was a little annoyed. And he was like, I always let her vent, and then I built her back up. And so at the end of the show, as they were about to get on the boat, because they made it to 21 days, he had made her, he had carved her out an engagement ring out of this wood, but it looked really nice. Like, it was shiny. I'm like, how you get to be shiny like that? It was really cute. He carved her out an engagement ring. He was like, I love her, and I want you to marry me. It was so nice. I was like, Naked and Afraid. So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna read Pisces. But anyway, it's Naked and Afraid. So you're out in the middle of nowhere and you stink, right? And they were like, she was like, we naked and afraid out here. We about to get busy. They ain't said it like that, but I'm just paraphrasing. They about to get busy. And I said to my husband, like, oh my God, how gross is that? No toothpaste, no water. You got mud all over you. Oh my God, how gross is that? It didn't bother them. I guess they was like, we need something to relieve the tension. Oh, I was like, that is so nasty. But anyway, Pisces, my fellow fish Pisces. You need to look into new philosophies. Really? Do not overexpand if you have your own business. I did not. Sit tight. Relationships have not been the best for you lately, and it's left you somewhat gun shy. Okay, so relationships have not been the best for you lately, and it's left you somewhat gun shy. Let me just say this before I move on to the rest of the show. If your relationships have been struggling lately, don't let it leave you gun shy. Here's the thing. Look at all the things that went wrong in the last relationship, right? Do not carry it over to the new relationship. Just pay attention. And don't ignore, because here's the thing what we normally do. We ignore the red flags. We feel like it's going to get better. We can change them. Don't do that. You can't change people.
Nope.
Right? And here's the other thing, too. Don't be so unrealistic. Just know that nobody is perfect. So if you're going into a relationship expecting perfection, wrong, and wrong. Uh-oh. You cute. Okay, so the baby just bust into the studio and she told me she's cute. She has a Michael Kors bag and she is cute. You are darling. Shh, 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 shh. We live on the air. Bye-bye. This is what happens when your studio is in the house. And you got a granddaughter named Carter. That's my love. That's my darling. She was on the microphone earlier, y'all. She just came in the bag, right? She said, I'm cute. That's her favorite word. But anyway, all you fish out there who have businesses, don't overexpand your business. Just don't. Because it's going to cause you stress. It's going to be too many things that you need to do. And if you don't have a team, especially if you're a solopreneur. If you're a solopreneur, do not overextend yourself. Because when you do that, nothing gets done. You get stuck, you get frustrated, you get tired, your vision is not clear, you can't focus. All of these things happen because you overexpanded. I've done it plenty of times. Georgette is my witness. Plenty. Remember, we've been doing this for 24 years. Plenty. I know, right, G? That's a long time, ain't it? Georgette and I've been doing this for 20.
About how long it was.
Listen, it sticks in my head 24 years and 22 full time. But 22 full time for me. Whoa. Yeah, 24. Wow. We started in 97? I really started in 95, right? Then I kind of bumped it up a little in 97, and then 99 is when I said we went full blown head in when we started .com. But I started back like in 95. And I was doing resumes. I'll never forget that I was doing resumes. I worked at the hospital, and the hospital was about to shut down, and people needed resumes, so I started a resume writing service. I would go get this really pretty paper, because back then, your resume came in paper. And so I would get this really pretty linen paper with the gold trimming on it, and people were so impressed. And it was just the paper, the words on there. I had to make up stuff for people, but I made up these amazing words, and people got jobs, and they kept telling people, "What you did my resume? What you did my resume?" And so I was pumping out resumes, baby. I had a resume writing business. But it was the paper that was selling the resumes, because the paper was really pretty. I would go to Staples and buy a big box of 100 sheets of cream linen paper with the gold trimming around. Yes, girl, with the gold trimming around it with the linen envelopes. And I'll get them people them resumes, and they go and get them jobs, and they'll tell somebody, "What you did my resume?" And I was popping out resumes. So I really started in 95. So it's really been 25 years, 26. But I say 24 because 97, I kind of went full blown in. And then 99, my whole world changed. So that's when it was. Anyway, that's all the horoscope I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing, to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noda, the astrologer, Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on to some news you can use. Georgette is going to give you the word of the week.
Good morning, all you Phoenicians out there. Hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I know I did. I had an exceptionally wonderful day, so I was very excited. I spent half of the day alone.
Okay.
Sometimes you need some self-care.
Self-love.
My husband was working. He plays bass, so he got a new gig playing for a local church here in the area. They had a long program and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So he went and he played, and I stayed home, and then he came home and had a beautiful dinner and watched. And it was so weird. Like we actually, first time we did this though, we used Alexa, and each one of us sat there, because we love music. That's what I did too. I danced all day. I turned Alexa on, played some music. I danced all day in the house. It was great. I had a great Valentine's Day. It was wonderful. So and good dinner. So yeah, it was great. I got some rest. So I'm happy today. So, hey, okay, let's go. Word of the week. Let's see what we got coming. All right. Oh, okay. The word of the week today is abundant. Abundant. I think that's a good word, because I think a lot of times people think about money when they think of abundant, right? And it's not necessarily just about money. It is, generally about something that there's plenty of, right? Or something that, what can I say, exists like exists in a great amount, abundant. So you can be abundant. You don't necessarily have to think about abundant or abundance as money, because you can be abundant in, and the things that I'm going to use orgy as an example, and stories. You can be abundant in stories. Have plenty of stories, right? But no, it's because, you have abundance of life. You've got a full life. You have a lot of stories, to share and to reference and things like that. And so you can be abundant in ideas and skills and talent and wisdom and joy and happiness. And so, it's good to be able to use those things and know that those are some of the things that you have an abundance of. I know somebody may think, oh, well, I don't have an abundance in this area or that area. And it's fine. Whatever area you have an abundance of whatever it is that you have in that area, pass it on. Just pass it on. If you have an abundance of skills that you want to be able to share with people, then do that. If you have an abundance of ideas, Lord knows, me and Audrey have tons of those. So
I was waiting to comment on that part, but I was like, I'm gonna wait till she finished.
We have an abundance of ideas, right? We are abundant with ideas, totally, every single minute of the day. I'm sure she probably has one right now. She's writing down while I'm talking.
I'm not.
You can have an abundance of conversation, right? Just be a person who loves conversations like me. I love talking to my friends on the phone. I literally could be on the phone with my friends for hours. And my husband he doesn't understand that, but I love having conversations with people. And so, whatever you have an abundance for, an abundance of, then use that. Use that to help somebody. Use that to help move other people forward. Use that to bless them with the things that you are abundant with. And if you don't feel that you have something that's abundant in your life, ask people, what do I do? Like, how do you see me? And they'll tell you, and, you'll realize, wow, that is something that I do all the time. It is, I'm excited about that. I have plenty of that to give. And I think that's when you look at abundant or abundance, I think it is about giving. It's about using those things that you have plenty of and give, because the universe gives back. Whatever you put out, the universe, gives back to you. So just make sure that whatever abundant quality that you have is something that you give with joy and happiness. So so abundant is the word for the week. And hey, it can be financial too. Let's not think it's not. I'm just saying that's not the only thing that abundance is related to. So that is the word for the week.
All right.
Abundant.
And listen, you got to declare that you are abundant. So as you go through this day, say, I am abundant. You are abundant. I am abundant. Right? Abundance follow me wherever I go. Abundance is all around me. You got to declare abundance. Right? Because sometimes we don't do that, or we don't know to do that. I know I did for a long time. I didn't know that I need to walk around and declare an abundance and be thankful for abundance. I didn't know that. But you also have to have good energy, right? I could tell you right now what I've learned. When your energy is bad, you can say out of your mouth what you want, but what you bring into you is brought to you by emotions. So if your emotions and your energy is bad, you're going to make everything that you want to draw to you, it's going to go away from you because your energy is bad. You got to get that good energy. You know what I'm saying? So you can say out of your mouth whatever you want to say, but if your energy is bad or you don't believe it, so I gotta tell y'all this. So
that's why you practice it, though. That's why you constantly say it. You have to practice it so it changes the energy. Because a lot of times when we first say it, we don't. The majority of times when we say these words, whether it's abundant or intelligent or any of the words that I'm giving you, there's those little voices in your head that say that's not me, or oh my gosh, I don't really believe that. And that's natural. It's gonna happen. So that's why you have to use words, on a regular basis. So the energy starts to change around that, because the more you use it, the more you really truly start to believe that about yourself. And so that's why it's always good not to just use it on the first day that I give it to you, and don't use it for a whole week or anything like that. You have to be consistent, with utilizing it. It's like a muscle, right? You have to build that up. And it's part, like you said, it's part energy. When you start to really truly believe that, energetically it feels different, but you can't believe it until you start to say it. That's the key. You can't really believe it until you start to open your mouth and speak it about who you are. So yeah.
The other thing
thank you for that, Organ.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to say to that is this: if you walk around and you have a spirit of envy, a spirit of anger, a spirit of jealousy, you don't forgive, that's all going to push. That's whatever you say, even if you say it. If you have all this other bad energy that's inside of you, where you're jealous, you're envious, you don't forgive easily. You got all this stuff inside your body, and you talking about I am abundant. Your body is saying you are not abundant, because everything inside of you have all this. You got all this negativity inside, deep down inside. You have to first change your mindset. That's the very first thing, which means you're gonna have to do some house cleaning in your head. Right? You're going to have to do some house cleaning in your head. And then you see, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, forgiveness is a big one. I've never been jealous. I've never been envious, but I had a real issue with forgiveness. I'm just going to say that, right? A real issue. When people hurt me, I had a real issue with that. And I would walk around and they didn't even know. I was like, F you, in my head, right? I would walk around like that. And I talked to one of my friends one time, and she told me, you have to let go and let God, because as long as you hold unforgiveness in your spirit and in your body, you're blocking your blessings. And I had to learn how to let go. And I could tell you, I don't forget, but I have forgiven, and I'm able to, and I know I forgive him, because I'm able to be around the people that hurt me and still act like nothing happened, right? If you do not do that and you walk around, I don't care how much you smile, I don't care how much you fake it, inside your body you got hatred, you got anger, you got jealousy and envy, you're not going to have anything. Not a thing. Because your energy is your bad energy is counteracting the good energy. So I don't care how many times you walk around and say, I'm abundant, it's not going to happen for you, because you got all this negativity deep down ingrained in your body. You got to let that junk go. And I want to say something else, but I try to keep it a family show. You got to let it go. You got to let it go, because it is honestly holding you back, and you don't even know it.
It's funny because when I do those sessions with people, that's when they find out the things that really bother them, because sometimes of the words that they speak. I'm going to tell you right now, I have so many people that have done online sessions with me, and they'll get to a word, whether it's grateful or worthy or important, whatever it is, and they've done amazing things in their lives, and they've accomplished a lot of things, but they will get to one word and it shuts them down, and then they really know that they have to work on themselves. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you said, it really doesn't matter how many times I say that I am this, but I think what happens when you speak it, it reveals the things that are really truly, you know what I mean, inside that's not working, because that energy will show up. That energy will show up. You will really start to think, well, I can't really say this word for myself. I've had people get up and walk around and couldn't even say one word about themselves. And it's incredible how it is when you have to speak it out loud. Because then you really feel that, wow, this doesn't really resonate with me. Why am I feeling this way? And then, like you said, then it goes to that part where they have to realize, well, if I'm feeling this way, maybe I should be working on something, or something's not right. If I can't speak this word, if I can't say this word, about myself, when you say it, when you say it, is it really true? And the majority of the time, it's not that it's not true, it's that you have so much other stuff covering that up, and you're right. You have to release that and find a way, to peel back those things. And all that stuff is progress, and all that stuff takes time. But you got to start somewhere, And if you don't speak words, you don't really know what's really bothering you.
And it's work, y'all. I'm not gonna even tell you it's not work. You know, I work on myself, and I've been saying this forever. I work on myself all the time.
I'm still working.
I was only able to get to where I am right now when it comes to like emptying my plate and getting all that crap off that really don't serve me, right? Because I do this work, and I'm telling you, when you start to do the work, God will start showing you stuff, right? I know my word has always been enough. Well, not always. I didn't always know that. When I found out my word that was hard for me was I am enough, I had never thought about that word. And I know we supposed to be doing news, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get to news today. And I hope y'all forgive me for that. But I got a lot of news for you tomorrow just in case we don't. Because I feel like somebody needs to hear this right now, right?
Yeah.
So my word was enough, right? And I didn't even know that was my word because nobody had ever asked me to say you are enough or nobody has ever. But what happened was I discovered by watching TD Jakes on Oprah that my word was enough. And so I had a bad habit of over expanding everything in my life when it came to business, right? Not my relationships. They would suffer. But my business, I would overexpand. And in the interim, they did suffer too because they were so big, I couldn't manage them by myself. I wasn't making the money to hire people to help me manage them. And it was just this vicious cycle that I was in for a long time. When I learned that, I started to, really start working on, okay, well, I know this is who I am. I know that I make everything too big and too complicated. And my daughter and my husband will always say, you overcomplicate everything. And I was like, nah, because they didn't see the vision. So I have these amazing visions, right? For everything. Like anybody could come to me, right? I have an abundance of visions. People could come to me with one thing, and I guarantee you, if they sat with me long enough, they would have a clear vision that what they could do if they put in the work. Now, because it's going to be work. It ain't just a 1, 2, 3. It's a vision. It's a whole plan. It's a strategy vision plan. That's a gift, though, but it was a curse for me for a long time because I would sit there and I said, I'm going to write this book, right? And Lord knows by the time I came up with the concept for the book had a website, a trailer, a marketing plan. It had a character with it. It had a song. This is how it was. This is how my mind thinks. But I realized I think like that. One, it's a gift. Two, I would make things difficult for myself because I didn't feel like enough for my father. Not for anybody else, for my dad, right? That was something I struggled with, and I didn't even know that until like 2011. And so I've been doing that work for a long time. It was only with the passing of my mom that I realized I still did it somewhat because when I looked at all the stuff I was doing, it's like, well, why am I doing this? Because I never felt that Good Morning Gwinnett was enough. I had to be doing something else. I need to be doing something else. I need to be doing something. I never felt it was enough. And if you go to my website, it has a lot of moving parts to it right now. And they've been like that since the inception of this show. And I would look at that and it was still not enough. I need to do something else and do something. It was not, I need to have this other business and do this other business. It's not enough. And I'm telling you, because I had been doing this work and because I lost my mom and I had to sit down and look at my life, I was like, you know what? Good Morning Gwinnett is enough. And I'm going to give it 90% because I have 10%. I got to give some other things, but it's 10%. Not 50-50, not 70-30, it's 10%. And I'm okay with that. And so when I said to myself, this is enough. Good Morning Gwinnett is enough. I'm going to build it to what I want it to be. I'm going to have a good damn time doing it. And that's where I am. So sometimes you have to say to yourself, and you have to make yourself aware. Because it's the other thing. Awareness is huge, y'all. If you're not aware that these are issues in your life, and you just want to be mad and be mad because things ain't go your way. You want to be mad because somebody said something to you. You want to be mad because somebody don't think like you. You're not aware that is really ruining your life. It's not ruining anybody else's life. It's ruining your life. Because you are angry. They're not angry at you. You're angry. They done moved on. And I used to say this, like, people done moved on with their lives. They doing their own thing. And you walking around mad, angry, ugly. You just in a bad mood. But they moved on. So while you're stuck being angry, while you're stuck being jealous, while you're stuck being envious, while you're stuck because you're fearful, everybody is moving. They're moving on and you're stuck. You have to be aware of these things so you know how to come back and fix your life. You have to make yourself aware. If you know that you're afraid of everything, you might want to go talk to somebody about that. If everything makes you fearful, You need to go talk to somebody so you can unpack why that is so you can fix the problem. Yeah. If you don't do that, the problem is never fixed. You just keep dealing with it and dealing with it and dealing with it. And you wonder why things are not going right because you haven't fixed the problem. The root of that problem, there's a root to all of our problems. The root of my problem was my father.
Some people don't know that they're, but like you said, some people are just unaware. Some people never even cross a person's path to even show that they're unaware. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't know you're unaware until you're sitting.
That's right.
You know, until it just slaps you in the face, until you're talking to somebody and they say something, or until a word shows up and you're like, oh my gosh, this word like changed my life. Like I didn't know, I wasn't aware that the word dynamic would change how I felt about myself. Like that never crossed my mind until you're in those positions sometimes, you know? So sometimes you'd be blessed with the people that need to show up for you so that they can help you to become aware of something that's not working. You know what I mean? Or something that you need to peel back the layers and get to, you know, so.
Yep.
Because, you know, most people are walking around unaware. So whether because they think they got it all together, so they're not aware of that, you know, a lot of times until somebody calls them out or something happens and shifts their perspective on how they feel about themselves, you know, or So.
That's what happened to me. It wasn't until I was watching Oprah and T.D. Jakes was talking about being enough, and I'm saying to myself, oh my God, that sounds like all the women up there and everything he's saying. So you're right about that. Right. So, you know, and it's, you're right. It's, you have to, like, and sometimes they never trick. But here's the thing, Georgia, I've seen people I have talked to, right? We've discussed these things. They know they're there and they still don't do anything. There's nothing you can do for that person until they decide to do it for themselves.
But you know, a lot of times, honestly, and I know we're going really crazy on this, but a lot of times, what I found, and it's true, I think, in doing this work too, is the same thing: is that we're not always their messenger, right? That's what I totally believe. That's a good one. We're not always their messenger. You know, we're not the person to bring them to that space, right? Somebody else has to bring them to that space. That's a good one. So we do the work that we do, and the people who are there for us, you know what I mean, will hear what we have to say. And the people who are not will hear it from somebody else. You know, it's like that thing about like when you're a parent. You know, you could tell your kids the same thing 25 times, right? Mm-hmm. And another person will come up and say the same thing, and it will literally change how they see something. And you're like, really? Because you were not that person. You may be that person to, you know, move them forward in a different area or help to evolve them in some other area, but not that area. It has to be somebody else. And I think we all have our own messengers. And I think that's why I think it's always important that we get our voices out there, because like I always said, there are people who are waiting to hear from us, waiting to hear from you, waiting to hear from the people who are listening out. There's somebody out there that's waiting to hear about their journey. And if you don't speak about that, then that means that they're never going to be complete in their journey either, because the person that is supposed to show up for them has not, because you have to show up for yourself first. So.
Yes, show up for yourself first. And right, that's a good point. We're not the messenger. Listen, guys, I know we done went all into this whole mindset and awareness. That's because I slept good.
We can talk about this all day.
All day. We can talk about it all day, but we won't bore you. For those who don't want to hear us, you won't bore. Listen, I'm supposed to make that. Listen, I got a sponsor. I supposed to did the sponsor announcement. I'm going to do this sponsor announcement. Then I'm going to, yeah, girl, I had a sponsor. Yes. I got to do my sponsor announcement. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you my word of inspiration for the day. I ain't going to keep y'all long because I know I kept y'all long twice last week. And I apologize. But, you know, when it gets good, it gets good. So, anyway. Listen here. It's tax season. I know some of you are like, it's tax season right now, right? They released the taxes on February 12th. And some people are trying to figure out, should they file tax or should they not? Let me just say this. If you got unemployment through the CARES Act, and they took out income tax, you can file income tax. So you might want to do that. Here's the thing. Make sure all your paperwork is in order, because they said that people who got the stimulus, there's some new tax laws. So make sure you consult with the professional. And that is why I want you to reach out to Guardian Financial Services so they can help you with your taxes. You don't have to come into the office. It's all done virtually. They have over 20 years of experience, and they do taxes in all 50 states. And the great thing about it is you can do it right from the comfort of your home. So you can call right now and schedule an appointment. And you can do that by calling 866-233-9715. Again, that number is 233-9715 and tell them Audrey sent you. Okay. All right, listen, I'm going to the song. I'll be right back after the song to give you my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Sure we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Sure with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, let me on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Sure with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been too killed before. So hold on to my. Now hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So hold on to my. Yeah, hold on to my heart. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Sure with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been too killed before. So hold on to my. Now hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So hold on to my. Yeah, hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, along with my good friend, Georgette. And I just want to say, listen, this is the bottom of the show today. Like, I ain't going to overdo it today. I won't. You know, I missed a lot of news, but I give y'all some news tomorrow. News is news. It's going to be there. Let me just say that. Before I go, though, Teflon Don and did it again, didn't he? Georgette?
What? Sorry.
I said the Teflon Don and did it again. They call
Oh
him.
my God! Let's not. Oh,
I ain't gonna get into it. I just had to say that. I thought about.
It gives me a headache.
It
gives me it doesn't even give me a headache. It hurts my heart. Honestly.
Yeah.
It just hurts my heart because I don't understand why people just don't see it. I mean, I don't understand how these people wake up every day. I just don't.
They see it, G, but they are so voting on party lines that they're gonna overlook everything that has been done.
But at the end of the day, it's not about. They're in these positions to help this country. They're in these positions to help these people. It makes no sense. Like we vote these people in, and they don't want to do anything but take care of their own crap, their own business. And you don't need to be in here. You don't need to be in those places. Go get your own business. You know what I mean? Own proprietorship and business, and run your business. Don't be in this space of government, in this space where you're supposed to be helping people and you're taking care of your business.
It's not about them.
Yeah,
It's not about the people.
It's awful.
Here's what I'm hoping. This is what I'm praying for. I'm praying that our country will be united again. I'm praying that they get a handle on all of those who are trying to destroy us and separate us. That's my prayer. And that's the energy I'm putting out. Like, I was like, I'm not going to even give that story a whole. I'm not going to give any politics too much any more time, because I feel like it has been such a divisive mechanism for the world, not just the country, for the entire world. And we got much bigger things to think about right now. We have to figure out and help people navigate the coronavirus so more people don't lose their lives. So I'm not going to even spend a lot of time talking about, politics and Trump. And, they're going to do what they're going to do because they're just not good people, and they don't care about the people. But here's the sad thing. The people don't even know that they don't care about them. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. Like, the people that voted them in, they don't even know that they don't care about them, because they're just voting on party lines. They don't care about what needs to happen so you can have a good life, because what most of those people stand for has nothing to do with the majority of the people in the United States. It does not. And if they just took a step back and looked at that, it was like, that's not where I was supposed to be right there. That's not where they're supposed to be. Yeah. But I'm not going to get into that, because until people decide they want to make up their minds and do what makes sense. Right. And right now, what makes sense for them is what they're doing. I can't change that, and I'm not trying. I'm done with that. So anyway, I just want to say he's untouchable. Y'all, listen, that man is untouchable. They can't touch him. And I ain't going to get into nothing else. All right, listen, I got to give you my word of the day. Here it is. My quote for the day. The high road is always respected. Honesty and integrity are always rewarded. Let me say it one more time. The high road, the one we're about to take, the high road, is always respected. Honesty and integrity are always rewarded. Scott Hamilton said that, and he was absolutely right. Honesty and integrity. I try to live like that. I try to live with honesty and integrity. My mom, if my husband, and probably my daughter, they all know I try to be a strong person of integrity. We was having a conversation, my husband and I, like last week I think it was, and my husband and I was at Red Lobster one day, and somebody lost their wallet. Right? They lost the wallet. We found the wallet. The wallet was inside the parking lot. And I picked the wallet up and I mailed the wallet back to the person. And the wallet had money in it, right? So my mom said, did the wallet have money in it? And I was like, yep. She said, and you sent it back then? I was like, yep, I sure did. Yep. That's who I am. Right? But that's who I am, because I would want somebody to send my wallet back with my money in it. I would. Now, my mother loved money, y'all. So she been like, yeah, they can get this ID back, but they ain't gonna get this money. So that's just who she was. And let me tell you, I talk about it so much because I miss her so much. But she was a funny woman. Like she would go into her little old lady voice when the phone rang and it was somebody she didn't talk to. She's like, hello. I'd be like, why are you talking like that? She put the little old lady voice on, and she didn't talk like that. Like, but when it was people she didn't want to talk to, she would talk to people like a second, even family and friends. She was like, okay, then I'll talk to you later. I was like, Mom, they weren't even finished talking to you yet. Like, I don't want to talk to them. They ain't talking about nothing. She was a mess, y'all. She was a mess. But anyway, you have to take the high road, right? And if you want people to respect you and take you seriously, you got to be a person of integrity and honesty. Because the minute you start lying about stuff and not being truthful, people are not going to take you seriously, and you will not get respect. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You will not get respect. It's not going to happen. So that's my word of the day, my inspiration for the day. Walk with honesty and integrity and take the high road. You want respect, you got to give respect. You want people to respect you for being honest and a person of integrity, you got to be a person that's honest and have integrity. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world. Just spent the last hour and 2 minutes with Georgette and I talking about awareness and consciousness and all that good stuff. And listen, Georgette may have some workshops later on this year. I don't know. She got to tell me what she's doing with Dynamic Life. If she do, we'll be talking about it on this show. And you can get an invite if she does. To come out and get yourself together, get your chakras lined up. My daughter's good at that. Like, she was trying to tell me how to open my third eye. I said, girl, I don't know if I want the third eye open yet. We're going to leave that one alone. I'm touching, like, y'all can't see me right now, but I'm touching my forehead where the third eye go, like, because she told me what happened when she opened it. I was like, yeah. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I ain't ready to open up the third eye just yet. So we got some things planned coming down the pike, and she has some stuff planned. So she's all into chakras and clearing them and all that good stuff, and opening up your third eye. And like I'm like, when she told me what happened, I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm not ready for that yet, not yet. But anyway, if you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on the Twitter at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And if you got an Apple phone or Android phone, there's an app for that. Download the app from the App Store and follow Good Morning Gwinnett there as well. And if you got Alexa in your house and you want to listen to the last episode because you missed it, you can listen to the most recent episode on your Amazon Alexa. Just say, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and we will play the last episode. And if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, I know, right? I got to say all this stuff. If you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, go to Apple Podcasts and find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars. So listen, guys, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Stay safe out there. Corona is still floating around, along with a couple of her cousins who's come to town. So stay safe out there. And keep your mask on, stay socially distant, and wash your hands. And be careful. Be very, very careful because she's still out there. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.